I'm Melissa Woods.
I'm Bryn Imagire.
I'm Juliet Roth. Welcome to the PIXAR Living Archives. Today we're showing you the practical model of the interior of the Up House. Specifically, Carl and Ellie's living room. This particular model was built by Bryn Imagire using a mix of materials. In order to safely preserve this piece, we designed a custom archival box that includes chemically unreactive materials and a tray to safely slide the model in and out of the box.
This box lives in a room that we affectionately call isolation. It's a room that is meant for materials that might not be very safe to be next to paper because of the chemicals that they're made of.
Carl's chair, we wanted to echo Carl's shape. So very square. It's made out of vinyl. It was really fun to have a mixture of objects that I made and then found objects. And it created this homey, familiar space that I think was really important for Carl and Ellie's house because it was this thing that they created together while Ellie was still alive. My sister actually crocheted a lot of the pieces that are in this living room. This is Ellie's chair. There's something really nice about using actual fabric on small items because you get this very pushed texture, really big texture. It really helped us get a miniature scale for the house and created a kind of familiar warmth.
This piece I love. Really all it is a couple pieces of fabric and a little bit of balsa wood. But the way that Bryn made it makes it look like a stack of books.
In this view, you could see behind that table, I put a square there so that you could see that something was there before and then they moved it. That sense of patina really helped that space feel nostalgic. It suggested all the many years that Carl and Ellie lived inside the house.
I had to fashion tiny little pieces of tissue to stick in between the legs of the ottoman so that I didn't squish it when I was wrapping it up.
For this lamp, this one was really fun because I got all these materials that were made out of glass, like a glass faceted bead that had this little glass inside of it. I just cut out the brass with scissors. And it really had this beautiful backlight quality. So the interesting thing about making practical models is that we could shoot photos. We took it outside. We shot it in a dark room with one single light outside that looked like moonlight. Because they are real materials, they reflect light in a way that computer-generated animation we have to figure out from scratch.
I just want to point out there's teeny tiny prescription bottles next to Carl's chair. There's like aged wood planks and the curtains are a little dirty on the edges. I just love the tiny details that were added to bring across that this is an older house and an older person might live here.
I think it's just really interesting to reveal this side of Pixar filmmaking, the artist's attention to detail in a format that will never be on screen.
The beauty that comes from real materials in a real space is something that you need visuals like this to be able to communicate that to everyone on the team. We knew that once we made all of the practical models that this was going to be something that was important, that set the look for the entire movie.